I'm with Martin McDonald from Join Games. Martin, you work in virtual reality iGaming, which is very exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing here at SiGMA?
Yes, we're exhibiting here. This is the second time we've shown our virtual reality iGame Cleopatra. The first one was at ICE in London in February, and then we came kind of via Rimini and Macau, but now first time we're showing it in SiGMA. And the big news for us is that we announced yesterday that we're going live exclusively with bets on with the world's first virtual reality iGame that's in an as-real environment.
This is really exciting. So can you talk to me a little bit about Cleopatra and about the game and how the concept came about?
Yeah, the concept came about from wanting to do something completely different in the iGaming industry. One of the big laments in the industry is everything's very same-o and prescriptive and copying and not really very innovative. So when I first looked at iGaming a couple of years ago, I met with all the top operators and said, tell me your problems, and they basically told me that. And so I said to them, so if we make something really innovative, will you buy it? And they said yes. So what did we do? We created an immersive game, which is fully immersive virtual reality. So you put on a headset, you leave where you are, and you go to, in this case, Egypt. We've created Queen Cleopatra's throne room, and in a lot of detail, really based on detailed research of what ancient Egypt was really like. And you move around inside the game, you go up and down, you get bonuses, and there's some really clever things going on with it, and surprising for players. So for example, you don't need to do anything with your hands, there's no hand controller. So when you want to do something in the game, it's very intuitive. You think about what you want to do, and then you look at the thing that you want to interact with. If it's interactive, then it will do what you want it to do. So it's very cool.
So you're one of the very few people who are doing virtual reality iGaming. What do you think one of the biggest challenges is for you at the moment?
I think the big challenge is one of education. So basically we've spent the last 18 months educating decision makers in the industry about virtual reality. And I think it's natural for senior management, middle management to be reticent about getting involved in new things. It's one of the ironies of the gaming industry that it's all about gambling, but nobody gambles. So people feel very safe with the models that they have. So the big challenge really has been to engage people in a conversation about what's coming. Virtual reality is much bigger than the gaming industry.
I was going to say, so obviously you're starting with Cleopatra. What is 2018 looking like for you?
2018 will be nothing like it is today. Gambling won't look like it does today. iGaming will be very different. It'll be.
How will it be different?
It'll be much more cerebral. It'll be much more intellectually challenging for people. They're going to have to really think about how they're playing. It's not going to be prescriptive. Everything can be randomized in a completely new way using artificial intelligence. So one of the things we're working on is having an AI partner in the game with you, so that you can actually interact and do things with them in a non-linear way. So it's not predictable, it's not prescriptive. It becomes much more fun, and it's funny really having conversations with people who are very entrenched in the way they're doing things now, that all they're talking about is speed of play. How can we keep the speed of play? And actually, our view is that quality of play is more important than speed of play, because I think with quality people will increase their stakes because they're having a much better time, and you will really get that big step up in a value exchange, which is a game changer.